Talks about a second round of stimulus checks were heating up in August of 2020, and then Congress said, you know what, let's do this a later time. So Congress went on recess, and talks about a second round of stimulus checks were stopped. Then millions of Americans were left confused, but the question is, do we really need another round of stimulus checks? Watch this video until the end to find out. What's up everybody, I am Jasprit Singh from theminoritymindset.com and welcome to The Minority Mindset. The CARES Act, which was our first stimulus plan of 2020 that sent out those $1,200 checks to everybody, was the largest stimulus plan passed in the history of America. But not surprisingly, those $1,200 checks dried up pretty quickly. Some people used their money to buy groceries and pay rent. Other people used this free money to pay down their debt. And some people went the extra mile and they put their stimulus check to work in the stock market. But now with unemployment money harder to get and a lot of uncertainty around stimulus checks, a lot of Americans are left confused and helpless. CNBC actually published this article about a chef and a mom who's 42 years old who does not have any work right now and who stopped receiving unemployment benefits. And to make matters worse, she's in the middle of a divorce and she stopped receiving money from her husband back in January. So she has no job, she has no income and no savings, and she doesn't know what to do. It's sad. I mean, anybody with a heart is going to read that and feel bad. But is a stimulus check going to fix the problem? Obviously, she should have had savings. Obviously, she should have had investments. Obviously, she should have planned ahead, but she didn't. And this is the situation that we're in, and this is the same situation that millions of Americans are in. That's why both parties in Congress, Democrats and Republicans, are agreeing that they want to send out another round of stimulus checks, but they disagree on how much money should be sent out and what the other stimulus program should look like, which is why nothing is getting done. But let's talk about this from a financial point of view. A $1,200 stimulus check is not going to save your life. A stimulus check might help cover 1 month's worth of rent or groceries, but after that, the money is going to be gone, and if you don't have a job or a steady stream of income, you're going to be right back in the same situation you were before. Do you want to know who gets the real benefit when this free money is printed and sent out to Americans in the form of stimulus checks? It's a secret, so I'll tell you close. It's the people that don't qualify for stimulus checks. What you talking about, Jasprit? When most people get the stimulus checks, what do? They take the free money and then they go and hand it over to Walmart or Amazon. NBC News actually did a report on this, and they found that as soon as the first round of stimulus checks were sent out, grocery prices skyrocketed because there was so much free money out there. And then as soon as the free money dried up, stores were forced to cut the prices of their groceries even though their costs were higher and they were making less money, because that was the only way they could keep making sales. When people have free money in their hand that they didn't have to work to earn, they're going to be very likely to go and hand it over to Walmart or Amazon or Kroger or whoever. This is where things become interesting, because when an investor sees that people are handing over all their money and all their free money to Walmart and Amazon, now Walmart and Amazon become more attractive investments, and so people start buying up the shares and stock of Walmart and Amazon. On March 27th, the day after the first stimulus check was passed, Walmart was trading for around $109 a share, but immediately after the stimulus check was passed, their stock shot up because investors knew where that money was going to go. And by September, just a few months later, the Walmart stock went from trading at $109 a share to above $145 a share. That's a 40% jump in just a few months. And if you still don't believe me, let's take a look at Amazon. On March 27th, the day the first stimulus check was passed, their stock was trading for around $1,900 a share. Then by September 1st, just a few months later, their stock went from trading at around $1,900 a share to above $3,500 a share. That's about an 80% stock price jump in just a few months. The people that understand money were the ones who really benefited from this free stimulus check money, even though many of them did not qualify for a stimulus check because they knew where this money was going to go, so they owned shares and they owned a piece of the companies where this money was going. At this point, the majority of people start to complain. Oh, that's not fair. These corporations are taking all of our money. What? Why don't they just make everything free? I know, I'm gonna boycott all companies that charge me money. Look, Amazon and Walmart and every other company in the world are not putting a gun to your head forcing you to spend money at their company. If you don't want to spend money there, that's your choice. But if you choose to spend money there, they're gonna give you value in exchange for your money. I want you to develop that minority mindset, that way you're not thinking like the majority of people and not complain about the system, but learn how to use the system to your advantage. That way you can come out of whatever is gonna happen in the economy a financial winner. Here's the thing, if you are not financially educated, if you do not understand money, you are going to be one of the people that get abused by the system. I do not want you to be one of those people. I want you to be one of the people that understand money. That way you can use the system to your advantage. Look, this recession is gonna make some people very rich. You might as well be one of those people. But it all starts with your mindset, because you have to start by shifting your mindset away from the consumer mindset of just spend, 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 and shift to the investor mindset of buying the assets that will pay you. Now, we have some other things that I want to talk about in this video, so I'm not going to go too deep into investing right now. But if you do want to learn more about money management and investing, we do have a free ebook on money management and investing that you can read for free when you sign up for our financial education emails, which are also free. You can get a free ebook and start reading our financial education emails by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. By the way, our financial education emails are separate from our financial news emails. So when stimulus checks are sent out, the real winners aren't the people that are going out and spending this money. It's the people that understand how money works and they're using their money the right way. And what we did see happen is that some people who got the stimulus checks were using their money the right way because they were paying down their debt and they were using their stimulus money to invest. That way they can see their money grow. But here's where things get interesting, because one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that the most expensive kind of money is free money. Our government doesn't have the money to fund these stimulus checks. I mean, that's why the United States government is drowning in debt. And so to fund these stimulus checks, the government has to work with the Federal Reserve Bank to print more money for these stimulus checks, and it puts the government in an even bigger debt hole. When more money is printed, the value of each dollar that you have goes down. You could think of it kind of like toilet paper. If you remember back during the beginning of this 2020 pandemic, there was a toilet paper shortage, and when there was a shortage of toilet paper, the value of toilet paper skyrocketed because everybody wanted toilet paper. But then when we have an abundance of toilet paper out there, nobody really thinks about or cares about the value of toilet paper because there's so much toilet paper out there. Your dollars work the same way. When there's a whole lot of money out there because the Fed and the government keep printing a whole lot of it, the value of each dollar that you have goes down. That's why $100 in 2020 cannot buy you as much as $100 could back in 1999. So as more money is printed, the money that you've been working so hard to save doesn't have as much buying power, and that paycheck you go to work every day to earn doesn't go as far. Not to mention the fact that the deeper the government goes into debt, the more interest that they're gonna have to pay. That usually means higher taxes for you, me, and everybody else. So if you print money to fund stimulus checks, people have money to pay their groceries and the rent for another month, which is good, but it doesn't fix the problem, because if people still don't have an income or if they still don't have jobs, 1 or 2 months later, people are going to be right back where they were before the stimulus checks. And now because of this higher inflation, your grocery bill goes up, your vacations get more expensive, so your savings don't have as much buying power, and either do your earnings. Oh, and when you do get a job, well, you might not have as much money left over because your tax bill went up. Stimulus checks are not going to fix the economy, okay? They are a short-term solution for a much bigger problem. If you really want to fix this financial problem, Americans need a sustainable income, and we need the right financial education. The rich are gonna get richer and the poor are getting poorer. This is the society that we are breeding right now, which is why financial education is more important than ever. That way you can take care of your own money, that way you can take care of your own financial health, and that way you can take care of your own families. Again, if you're looking for more resources on how to manage your money better, we have a ton of videos on our Minority Mindset YouTube channel. We have our blog, theminoritymindset.com, and you can check out our free ebook and financial education emails in the description below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share it with one friend, that way we can help spread the word. If you want to learn more about why the majority of Americans are broke, I already made a video on this, and you can watch this video on YouTube by clicking this button right over here. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.